After some rough weather on Friday and a little bit of clouds yesterday, it is flat beautiful out as we get ready for a long day of baseball, an afternoon affair, and then this evening, the Rockies and Nationals in Game 3. Welcome to our AT&T Sportsnet coverage of the Rockies, and there's Eric Fetty, and you wonder what's percolating right now in his stomach as he makes his major league debut, the 24-year-old out of UNLV. More on Fetty in a moment, but here's the lineup that he will face this afternoon for Colorado. The Southwest batting order is written out earlier by that man, Buddy Black. Charlie Blackmon, DJ LeMahieu, Nolan Arenado up top, all hitting above 310. Then Gerardo Parra having a great season, and in particular, terrific in July. He's at 363. Raimel Tapia will start in left field. You notice Parra is at first for Mark Reynolds. Cargo after that. Trevor Story, big two-run home run early in the ball game yesterday. Ryan Hannigan will catch the first ball game, and Kyle Freeland is on the mound, and Eric Fetty is on the mound for Washington. This is his work at AA and AAA this year. This was a high school teammate of Bryce Harper.
Yeah, Bryce Harper's known him for a long time, and Eric Fetty, big arm, mid-90s fastball with a very good slider. He does not walk many, and this year in 2 stops between AA and AAA, he has bounced between starter and from the bullpen. Regardless, the numbers that point out, 63% ground ball rate. So he's been able to get a lot of ground balls. He does not walk many.
So he has completed his warm-ups and he's ready to go. One of the things they were doing with him recently, Spilly, when they had all the bullpen issues, with him being the #2 prospect in their chain and the #1 pitching prospect, they moved him to the bullpen for a while at Syracuse and also at Harrisburg in AA. They backed off that, so I don't know how lengthened out he truly is. I think he's good for 75 to 90. Above that, we shall see. So here's Charlie leading off in game 1. And the first pitch the kid throws at the big league level is at 94, and it's a strike, and that baseball gets tossed aside. He's throwing this afternoon to veteran backup catcher Jose Lobaton. 80 degrees our game time temperature, pretty low humidity. That pitch is also in there for a strike. And for Charlie, we always talk about the leadoff man doing a fact-finding mission, especially when it's a guy that you're not familiar with. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Can already see how fast Fetty is working. Not sure if that's just nerves, if that's excitement, or if this is the type of pace he wants to pitch at.
And that's line to center field. Good job of hitting right there. Charlie Blackmon got a slider away, and he served it to center field. So a leadoff knock for Charlie, and the Rockies in business as DJ LeMahieu will come up. There's Bryce Harper, his high school teammate at Las Vegas High School. Brian Goodwin's in center. Here's Kyle Kendrick. I knew I was going to do that today. Howie Kendrick is in left field. Got a pinch hitting appearance in his first ball game since coming from Philadelphia yesterday. He's getting the start this afternoon, and then it's Rendon, Sanchez, Defoe, and Zimmerman in the infield. That's Adrian Sanchez, young shortstop, and the aforementioned Lobatones behind the plate. Bunt goes foul. It's 0-1 on LeMahieu. DJ in yesterday's ball game, 1 for 3 and a walk, scored a run.
You gotta love baseball if you're gonna be a baseball player today. You know today's gonna be one of those days that's never gonna end for both sides. Both teams are traveling. Nationals traveling to Miami after the game. The Rockies going back home with the day off tomorrow.
And Washington does play tomorrow night in Miami. The Rockies, fortunately, as Spilly mentioned, have a day off. 1 ball, 1 strike on LeMahieu. Dusty Baker. When you saw a guy for the first time, how long typically how many pitches did you have to see before you had a feel for ball movement? And I'm sure that varies.
It varies for guys because you have the scattering report. You know it's a mid-90s fastball. You want to see movement. Does it cut? Does it sink? Or is it straight? And then you find out the slider.
2-2. That pitch close, but just beneath the knees. It was real close on the Subaru strike zone.
You just want to know what his best secondary pitch is. If he has a third secondary pitch, a changeup, typically that's not one that you're going to worry about. You're just going to worry about fastball and his wipeout pitch. So not long.
And this sneaks through the right side. Vintage DJ LeMahieu base hit. Blackman will stop at second base in deference to the arm of Bryce Harper. So the first two hitters aboard for the Rockies, and that'll set the stage for Nolan Arenado.
Rude introduction to Fetty to the major leagues with Charlie Blackmon and DJ LeMahieu, both with 2 strike singles.
You always want to get in a young pitcher's head right away. And probably from Fetty's perspective, he feels like he made 2 good pitches, especially the pitch to Blackmon. Slider off the plate away, and he's like, man, made 2 pretty good pitches, and they both resulted in base hits. And now look who I'm staring at. Nolan sees the fastball at 95. He takes it for strike 1. Arenado yesterday was 0 for 4. Leading all of baseball with 89 driven in. And he went 2 strikes.
First pitch fastball outside to Nolan. Second pitch fastball inside with some sink. Nolan's not going to like it because he didn't get checked to first base umpire Toby Bassner.
0-2. That's where he's overthrown the fastball. He tried to go up to Charlie Blackmon with the heater, and it wasn't anywhere close. Now it's the same situation right there to Nolan. Umpires tonight, or this afternoon, Mike Winters, the crew chief. He's behind home plate. Toby Bassner, Mark Wegner, Marty Foster. Whenever there's a double header, you bring in an extra umpire. Toby Bassner was not with this crew yesterday. Two and 2. That's well off the plate.
And those are wasted pitches for Fetty. They're not even what we call competitive pitches because Nolan's not going to chase either one of those. So just in 2 bad pitches, you put Nolan right back into a situation where he feels good at the plate.
And now he's ahead 3-2.
Nolan for the season has been good with runners in scoring position, but in his last 47 at bats, 25 for 47. That's .532 batting average.
3-2, 2 on, nobody out. And that is ball 4. So Fetty now will deal with the bases loaded and a string of left-handed bats coming up, led by Gerardo Parra. And Mike Maddox walking to the mound to try to settle down the 24-year-old in his big league debut. Well, this is the guy you want up right now for the Rockies. Gerardo Parra has just been unconscious. 2 for 3 last night, double and an RBI. 6 for 14 on the road trip, and he's hitting a cool .491 in the month of July. That is the best mark in all of baseball. Billy, in your mind as a player, bases loaded, nobody out. What's a successful inning? What's the minimum on it? 2?
Minimum's 1. No, minimum's 1. You have to score a run. Minimum's 1. I mean, I would love to say 2, but you got to get the guy in from third.
I would think right now if Fetty walked off the mound only giving up 1, he'd feel pretty good about how he worked out of it. Hopefully that's not the case. Here's Parra. Home runs, 44 driven in for Gerardo. one. And there's two. A run does score. And that was the best case scenario, obviously, for Fetty. 2 outs, 1-0 Colorado. At third base is DJ LeMahieu. And that'll bring up Raimel Tapia. Charlie scores his 90th run of the year. If you're wondering, did Tapia see Fetty in the minor leagues? No, because Fetty plays at Syracuse.
International League versus
International League
PCL.
versus the Pacific Coast League. Tapia, line drive, base hit. Huge 2-out knock there from Raimel Tapia. Welcome back to the big leagues. Boy, he's been sensational. Started the year 0 for 15 at the plate, if you recall. And ever since then, no matter whether he's been up for just a day and down for a couple weeks, whenever he returns, he has made something happen. That's a huge hit.
It really is. And Tapia, we've known forever that he has an uncanny ability to put the barrel to the ball, regardless of what his swing looks like. Fastest guy on the team. I think that 10 RBIs for Raimel.
And now the inning, when it's bases loaded, nobody out, feels a whole lot better. Tapia can't move on that as it got away just a few feet from Zimmerman.
I always like pointing out run expectations, and with the bases loaded, nobody out, Major League average is 2.3 runs scored in that inning.
So the Rockies working on the .3. Is that what you're telling me?
Got to get that .3.
Cargo, bouncer. That'll be an easy play at second. That'll end the inning. Actually, the shortstop, that's Sanchez, who fielded it. The Rockies load the bases with nobody out. They have a 2-0 start. Nothing as we go to the bottom of the first inning in Washington. Rockies won 4-2 last night. Kyle Freeland will have the baseball in the afternoon affair, looking for his 11th victory of the year. And you see his ERA at 3.64. He has been really, really good and really consistent for the most part.
I just love the fact that Kyle, he's been one of those pitchers that we've watched in front of the big stage. Major League debut, opening day in Colorado, a place that he grew up in, wore the Rockies onesie. Doesn't faze him. Nothing phases this kid, and we appreciate that. We appreciate the fact that the way he goes about his business, the way he competes, he brings an edge to the starting rotation that we haven't really seen.
Here's Brian Goodwin stepping in. And Goodwin takes strike one. Well, anytime one of your teammates goes out and throws like German Marquez did last night, it's just going to give you added motivation to try to duplicate what Freeland witnessed from the top of the dugout yesterday. 1 ball, 1 strike. 20th start this year for Freeland. 1 game out of the bullpen. Just off the plate. It's 2-1 on Brian Goodwin. In the absence of Adam Eaton and a whole lot of center field. Got some pop in the bat. 10 home runs hit for Goodwin. Out of Rocky Mount, North Carolina. We say that section of the country, North Carolina, Georgia, obviously Florida, they crank out baseball talent, athletic talent, good football players as well.
Biggest thing I've noticed with Kyle Freeland in the last 2 starts, 14 1/3 innings, he's only given up 7 hits. But it's the strikeout to walk ratio, 12 strikeouts, 5 walks, a 149 opponent average, and the biggest key is he's been aggressive in the strike zone. He has been challenging hitters. Earlier, he was nibbling.
2-2. And that's a nasty slider. So he strikes out Brian Goodwin to begin his afternoon. And that'll bring up Wilmer Defoe, who's playing second base this afternoon. Here's Dusty Baker's Southwest batting order. After Defoe come the big boys, Bryce Harper, who had his 19-game hitting streak terminated yesterday. Ryan Zimmerman, Anthony Rendon. Howie Kendrick will bat 6th. Adrian Sanchez will bat 7th. Lobaton and Fetty. Defoe crushes this ball to deep left. This is going to get on out. His 4th home run of the year. We told you yesterday he's a compact guy who packs a punch, and he hit that one a long way. 14th home run allowed by Freeland.
Defoe sitting in the part of the lineup where you would love to be if you're a hitter. Sandwiched in between the leadoff spot and Bryce Harper. We've seen him jump all over first pitches yesterday. Broke up the shutout from on with the first pitch fastball. This ball is hit way back.
So 2-1 after the home run, and Bryce Harper will step up. What a job Marquez did with Harper yesterday. He faced him 3 times in the ball game. He struck him out twice. Harper on his way to an 0-for-4 ball game. He was the final out of the evening also when Greg Holland got him in a 1-2-3 ninth. And that catches the zone. 0-2.
2 perfectly located pitches on the Subaru strike zone.
And you respect that Mike Winters, veteran umpire, he's given that pitch to Freeland. You're not looking at resumes and saying that was there. 0-2. And this is hit high in the air to Tapia. 2 outs. Let's check the gloves after a errorless performance last night. The Rockies now tied for the fielding percentage lead in the National League. Tapia, Blackman, and Cargo in the outfield. Arenado, Story, LeMahieu, and Parra in the infield. Obviously, Gerardo doesn't get a lot of reps at first base. He does take ground balls there on a regular basis. Between Reynolds and Desmond, there haven't been as many opportunities this year. Here's Ryan Zimmerman. So yesterday, the big four, if you will, for Washington: Harper, Zimmerman, Rendon, and Daniel Murphy, who's not in the first game but will be in the second game. 0 for 16. Do you know the last time that happened? July 4th of 2016. 178 games ago, that not one of them had at least a hit in a ball game.
That's incredible.
Tells you how good Marquez was, and then Neshek in the 8th and Holland in the 9th. 1-1 on Zimmerman, and it's going to be a tough play for DJ. No play. Falling off the mound to the third base side, Freeland, who's a terrific athlete and a very good defender. Couldn't readjust to get to the baseball.
Kyle stumbles off the mound as he's trying to regain footing. Loses the footing with his right foot. Or as we probably see the jump throw again.
Wise decision by LeMahieu to eat the baseball. So Zimmerman at first, and Rendon comes up.
Rendon has just beat up lefties this season. Career .310 against lefties, .396 in 2017.
Keep comparing Rendon and Arenado. Nolan has the highest batting average against lefties in all of baseball. Fouled off past Bobby Henley. 1 ball, 1 strike. For Rendon, you go back to the All-Star break of last year. Since then, he's played 162 games, and he has 120 driven in. Two and 1.
This day and age, when you're looking at a guy like Rendon who has 21 home runs, you'd expect a high number of strikeouts. There's more walks and strikeouts this year, 58 to 54.
And that's a base hit to center field.
Rendon can flat out hit.
He's always been able to hit. Go back to his high school days where he was a phenom in the Houston area.
That's not an awful pitch down and away. If anything, it's a little bit up. But this is where you tip your cap to Rendon. Nice piece of hitting.
His senior year in high school, Spilly, he had 56 RBIs.
In high school?
In a high school season. I know it's Texas, but you got to figure, what, 30 games? I'll give him 35 games. 56 ribbies? Here's Howie Kendrick, the longtime Angel, Dodger, and more recently Philadelphia. Howie this season battled some injuries, but when he was healthy, he was doing what he always does, hit. Guy very familiar with playing in October. 2 on, 2 outs. 2-0.
You definitely don't want the infield single to come back and bite you. Zimmerman beat and stumbling off the mound. Freeland's not able to make the play.
This is fortunately going to roll foul. This ball's in a strike on Kendrick, a career .291 hitter. Zimmerman can't stay there, but he's hanging for a while. Now he's finally going back to second. He was doing some gardening around the third base pad.
Zimmerman was the third baseman, the young phenom third baseman before Nolan. And the David Wrights of the world and Chris Bryant's. It's pretty muddy at third base.
Had shoulder issues and really started to struggle to throw.
Still does.
2-1 on Kendrick. Ryan Hannigan wanted it. 3-1.
I want you to pay attention to Nolan, the high IQ. He's sitting there. Most guys won't put their foot on the bag and see if they can just get an out. Nolan does. He was reaching out if he can get the ball before it goes foul. Maybe get the force play. You just don't see that too often.
Trying to make a pitch here. 3-1. And that is a pitch on the outside corner up in the zone and perhaps out of the Subaru strike zone. But he got the call from Mike Winters. 3-2.
This one you thank Ryan Hannigan.
Bouncing ball to short. Story comes and gets it, and that'll end the inning. A home run by Wilmer Defoe puts Washington on the board. So we'll go to the second. The Rockies 2, and the Nats 1. Colorado Rockies baseball on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by the 2017 Toyota Tundra in your hometown Toyota stores, by Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo customers get your 2-for-1 Rockies club level tickets by visiting wellsfargo.com/Rockies. By Tavern Downtown, get 2-for-1 draft beers after Rockies home games with your same-day ticket. And by Southwest Airlines, yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Absolutely gorgeous day in our nation's capital. 2-1 Colorado leading Washington, bottom third of the order. Here's Trevor Story taking strike one from the 24-year-old rookie Eric Fetty, again making his major league debut. The Rockies touched him up for a couple runs in the first. And Story bounces this one foul. Last night, this was a lengthy at bat against Tanner Roark, and it ended this way. 15th home run, 2-run shot. Gave the Rockies the early lead. German Marquez did not need much as he was perfect for 5 1/3. Rockies on their way to a 4-2 victory. On the outside corner, strike 3.
It's a generous zone today. Both teams will appreciate that when you're playing 2 ball games. 96 miles an hour on the black with a little movement running back towards home plate. Trevor's not going to like it. It is a well-located pitch.
Brian Hannigan with 1 out. And Hannigan takes a strike. Ryan started 2 of the 3 ball games in St. Louis. Tony got the start last night. And obviously Tony will play in the nightcap this evening. Rockies with the win yesterday. Just their 4th road win their last 20 ball games. Now 28-26 out on the road. Spilly mentioned this earlier. They're trying to win their first road series since they took 3 of 4 from the Cubs at Wrigley. 0-2. Funny how baseball works, because the Rockies went unbeaten in their first 11 road series this year.
That's why last night's game was so important for the Rockies. You win last night, it is very difficult to sweep a doubleheader. It's usually a split. For winning last night, expect a split today. It's just based on the numbers, based on all the times in the history of the game there's been doubleheaders. They're usually splits, and the Rockies win the series.
Hannigan's thrown 5 hits out in his last 13 at bats. Rockies also with that win yesterday improved to 19-11 all time at Nats Park. They've done a better job playing here than any other opponent in the National League. Rockies played well at RFK also. Played 11 games there. Went 7-4. Strikeout of Hannigan, 2 gone. You played RFK, right?
Yeah, love that field.
You were the only one then.
Oh, I liked it. It used to bounce.
Fans, join in on the conversation today. Send us your thoughts, questions, photos perhaps. Use Twitter or Instagram. AT&T Sportsnet RM is the place to go. Include the hashtag Toyota Talk. Freeland owns a home run and a double this year among his 8 hits. This is the 1-1. 2-1. So when Fetty was in high school at Las Vegas High, that guy was his catcher. And Harper's on record as saying he has the best slider he ever saw. 2-2. That's a pretty good baseball team, huh?
You think? Generational type talent. And another first rounder on the same team.
Well, Fetty a much better second inning after the Rockies scored 2 off of him in the first. He strikes out the side in inning number 2.
2-1. You see Gerardo Parra. He has been one of the hottest hitters in the game, especially this month. In fact, when he was up in the first inning, the Rockies got a run. He hit into a double play. He wears the eye black. He has put the eye black on me. It's the UC Health Rock Your Routine. It's something that he does all the time, and he showed me how he does it yesterday.
Yeah. One in here. Yep, you're using the stick. And have a good luck. I got a good luck too. Something like that. Now you want to play baseball right now.
This adds 50 points to my batting average. You know that. Fantastic.
So the team won yesterday when that happened, guys. Ryan Hannigan saw me after the game and he said, you know, you got to wear the eye black tomorrow. So I've got it on again via Gerardo. That happened in the clubhouse earlier today. Let's hope that I continue to wear this, I don't know, for a few weeks, right? Me and Parra, keep it going, Spilly?
Yeah, you got to keep it going.
It's the only time we want to mention you in the same breath with Parra.
I agree, Drew.
Hey, Mark, you know what? It looks good. Strong.
Yeah, it's got.
And you're outside. You're in the elements.
Yeah, it's day game.
Yeah.
Beautiful day.
This is helping me broadcast glare-free.
Yeah.
So I can see everything perfectly, see the game. I thought these were feathers, and he just said they're lines. They do the, you know, he's been doing this since spring training. It's worked.
You're not going to do the Bryce Harper then, right?
No, not all the way down.
Yeah, all over.
No, I'm with Parra.
Good deal. Were you an eye black guy or the eye patch?
There's 3 different types of eye black. So there's the sticky eye black.
Which takes forever to get off.
The stickums? Well,
No, the eye black.
Oh, the actual eye black. Yes.
There's Nolan, good looking play on Sanchez. You're out. Pretty special.
He's got the eye black on. First step quickness for Nolan is so important, and he always takes these angles that if you're not paying attention to, you don't understand how he's able to cover that amount of ground. He takes a step back to create the angle. Are we talking eye black right here?
Eye black right here. Eye black. Let me put some on you.
So that, yeah, there's that. You can take cork, which is the old style way of doing it.
That's old school, right?
So you take a cork, wine cork, you burn the edges, and then you use it. It takes forever to get that stuff off.
How many guys did that?
One guy
Who?
that I ever played with, Matt Cada.
Cada did it, huh? The former Diamondback. Here's some more routine play for Nolan. And he throws out Lobatone. 2 gone.
The stickers were great. I like the stickers because you put them on, but if it's really hot outside and you get really sweaty, they would fall right off.
Oh, really?
But we like doing those. Tulo would wear the stickers because you could write on them. Cargo wears the stickers. I don't think the eye black really does much.
Do you miss wearing the eye black? I mean, do you ever go to the supermarket and put some eye black on just for old time's sake?
It's mascara.
Yeah, oh, that's mascara.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that takes forever to get off, too.
From what I've heard. In the interest of full disclosure, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Rockies up 2-1, 2 outs. Eric Fetty in his first big league at bat has a 1-1 count. One and 2 on Fetty. So Fetty stayed at home after high school and went to UNLV. They have a nice baseball facility. Nice stadium. Nice standalone building for their baseball complex right down the right field line there on campus. And that is strike 3. So Freeland, with his second strikeout, works a 1-2-3 second. We move to the 3rd. Rockies 2 and the Nationals 1. Colorado Rockies baseball on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Subaru. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru. By Coors Light, whatever your mountain, climb on. By the Wyoming Office of Tourism. Wyoming is full of adventure. It's time to find out if you are too. That's why. TravelWyoming.com. And by Papa John's. Use the promo code ROXWIN for 50% off at papajohns.com the following day. With Ryan Spilborghs and Mark Stout wearing the eye block downstairs. I'm Drew Goodman. 2-1 as we go to the third. Top of the order for the Rockies. Blackman, LeMahieu, and Arenado. Charlie singled in the first and would eventually score against Eric Fetty. Fastball's off the plate. Ball one. Fetty in the second struck out the side. 18th pick of the first round in 2014.
How about this number for you, Drew? 13.
Great number. I was born on the 13th. Thank you.
13 first rounders on this Washington Nationals roster, whether on the field or on the disabled list.
And there is another base hit for Blackman. Well, we discussed it a little bit yesterday. They have not only drafted well, they were really down when they had the first pick. Obviously, if you're going to get the first pick, you have had a poor year. And it happened back-to-back years when not only for Mike Rizzo was there's always going to be a good talent available, but a once-in-a-generation type of talent with Strasburg, and then obviously the right fielder Bryce Harper. And then in some other areas of the first round, they did not miss. Anthony Rendon. And you go way back with Ryan Zimmerman. That's before Mike Rizzo's watch.
You think you can name them all 13?
If I look at the roster, let me think. That's not really a great television exercise. Brian Goodwin was number one.
There you go. You're at 3.
There's 13. Huh? That seems like a high number because I'm starting to just off the top of my head think like Scherzer wasn't their number one.
No, but he was a first rounder.
Oh, so it doesn't have to be just theirs.
Nope.
Okay.
It's overall first rounder.
Howie Kendrick. Is Kendrick a number one?
No, Kendrick is not number one. You're right. This is bad TV.
Yeah.
Gio Gonzalez, Max Scherzer, Sean Doolittle, Joe Blanton, Anthony Rendon, Matt Wieters behind the plate. Ryan Zimmerman, Goodwin, Stephen Drew, Bryce Harper, Steven Strasburg, Trey Turner, Eric Fetty.
Including some guys obviously on the DL. They pulled off, Mike Rizzo pulled off a great trade with San Diego. Trey Turner, who Buddy Black was getting to know because he was in the Padres organization when Buddy was still the skipper. So, man, that kid could run. And he said, like DJ LeMahieu, we had this conversation this afternoon in the dugout. He said, like DJ LeMahieu, he plays with a good chip on his shoulder. Turner's got the broken wrist. He got hit and probably not back for another month.
Former Rocky hit him in the last game of a Chicago Cubs series. Pedro Strop.
That's not a guy you want to get hit by. I don't suggest you want to get hit, period, but Strop throws in the upper 90s.
Well, and Strop was on record. He felt awful about it. He wasn't even meaning to go up and in.
2-2 on LeMahieu. He's trying to build on their lead. DJ shot a base hit through the 3.5 hole his first time up. That's open for business again. This ball's lined to the gap in right center field. It's going to run all the way to the wall. Blackman will get a green light from Stu Cole, and he will score easily on the LeMahieu double. 3-1 Colorado. 91st run scored by Charlie Blackman this year, and his 27th in the month of July.
I was curious how Eric Fetty was going to attack the Rockies hitters second time through after DJ and Charlie already had hits off of him Slider down and away. You cannot go away to DJ LeMahieu. He's too good. The long reach. And Charlie expected off the bat that he was going to score.
Now between Blackmon and LeMahieu, they're 4 for 4 so far against Fetty. Here's Nolan. He takes inside. Nolan fell behind 0-2 to Fetty and then worked a walk.
Both of DJ's hits go opposite field, and a changeup on the Subaru Supermo that DJ hadn't quite seen yet. Perfect contact. And this is what the approach of hitting the ball opposite field does. It allows you to not be fooled by off-speed pitches. If you're willing to take a fastball away, it keeps you on those off-speed pitches, even if you've never seen one before.
I was going to say he hadn't seen it before, but he acted as if he knew it was coming. 2 balls and a strike on Nolan. And that's a strike. Nolan thought that was in, but it was inside the Subaru strike zone, so it's 2-2. Nolan last week, the National League Player of the Week. That 3-homer game back at Coors Field. 2-2. Talking about how well the guy on deck has hit the month of July, Gerardo Parra. It's not like Nolan's been a slouch. He's hit .373 in July with 8 home runs. He's driven in 28. That's more than anybody else in baseball. Another 2-2. And Nolan does a good job. Lobaton. Took that somewhere that he's not well protected.
But Black was also talking about today about catching. And he said, if you want to be a catcher, you have to love catching. You have to love it. Think about how many guys in the minor leagues have been told, hey, we're going to switch you over from an infield spot to a catcher spot. How many of those fail because the guy just does not love it?
You have to love it for a variety of reasons. One of them that's not often mentioned, it's not just, you got to be a real tough guy to do it in game and that sort of thing. There's a lot on your shoulders. You're catching so many bullpens that nobody ever sees in that crouch. This ball lined to center field. This will get down. A base hit for Nolan. DJ will stop at third base. And the Rockies first and third, nobody out. So Fetty has been unable to retire the first 3 in the order for the Rockies 2 times through. And here comes Mike Maddox again. This is about where he visited in inning number 1.
Anytime you're watching a young pitcher, and here comes Maddox to put the right hand on his shoulder. Part of the thing that bothers a pitching coach is when you watch the reaction of Fetty. He got beat again. He left the pitch up. Nolan beats him. But not getting back behind the catcher and backing up. It was Fetty that received the throw from center field. This is just telling you that the game's moving too quick. So that's, as soon as he sees that, Maddox will tell him, hey man, you still have to
Still got to play the game.
Still got to play the game. Don't feel bad about yourself. Don't feel sorry.
Gerardo bounced into a 4-6-3 with the bases loaded, nobody out. It scored a run. And then Tapia came up behind him and threw out a big 2-out hit. So the Rockies got 2 in that first. Tapia takes a strike, 0-1. Did I say Tapia? Parra takes a strike. DJ at third, Nolan at first. Somebody was talking about guys who love the game. You were just bringing this up about loving catching. Somebody asked Nolan today about playing two. He goes, yeah, it's going to be a long day.
Come on.
He said, but the great thing is it's going to be a long day playing baseball. Now, Parra loves to play. And that's what Buddy mentioned. He goes, nobody loves to play more than Nolan. He goes, but we got a lot of guys that really love to play. Blackman's that way. Charlie loves to play. Parra loves to play.
Hang the chain.
I want to point out the play where I said Mike Maddox immediately runs out to talk to Eric Fetty. This is the throw from center field. It's a base hit to center. The pitcher has to cover and get behind the catcher. That's him in front of the catcher. That can create a lot of problems and a lot of issues. Immediately after that happened, Maddox ran out there.
Hey, you do not expect that to happen at the professional level, much less at the big league level.
Well, this is the first time Dusty Baker, and Mike Maddox, and the front office get to see you at the major league level, and that would drive a team crazy.
2-2, and this is going to be another double play. Parra is going to be frustrated. The Rockies get a run out of it, and they're up 4-1. 6-3 on the double play, and that'll bring up Raimel Tapia. Tapia's base hit, a line drive to right center field. Scored LeMahieu in the first. Six hits already for Colorado. And that's inside on Raimel. And that throw beats it by a step. Two more for the Rockies in the third. They have a 4-1 advantage. Beautiful day in Washington. Freeland, top of the order, coming for Washington. The Coors Light Cold Hard Facts are brought to you by Clean, Crisp Coors Light. First round picks, the Rockies had Freeland number 8. Hoffman went next to Toronto. Trey Turner was the first round pick of San Diego, and then Washington had the 18th pick in the first round. That was back in 2014. And the slider's in there for a strike. Took a little something off that on Brian Goodwin. He struck out Goodwin on a slider in the first inning. Goodman, how about Goodwin?
You want to be out there?
I want to be out there badly. I try to insert myself in the lineup. How'd that work out? Defoe and Bryce Harper. We're just off the Anacostia River in Washington. And that ball's hit well to right. It's over the head of Cargo. And he'll have to play it off the scoreboard. Leadoff double for Goodwin.
There's a reason that the Rockies the last 2 days have been throwing so many off-speed pitches to Goodwin. As soon as he gets a fastball that he can handle, he quickly spins it and hits it off the right field wall.
Probably not unlike a lot of young hitters, Billy.
Nope, not at all. Pretty sure he's going to get a steady diet of off-speed pitches for the rest of his at-bats today.
Here's Defoe. He hit a ball over the bullpen for a home run in the first. His third home run in the last 6 games. First 106 games, he hit 2 home runs. Ball and a strike on Defoe. He's getting a lot of playing time because Trey Turner's been out. Many thought there'd be a little bit of a drop off when you lose Turner out of your lineup, Adam Eaton out of your lineup. Jason Worth's been out for about a month and a half, but we got the middle 4 in that order, and they've still been scoring a ton of runs. Two and one. Rockies made a roster move today we need to tell you about. Jake McGee been having slight back issues, so he was placed on the 10-day disabled list. Remember, he tried to warm up yesterday, and next time we looked down there, it was Pat Neshek up for the second time. McGee was going to pitch the 8th inning, but his back was tight. Gets to third. Nolan holds the runner beautifully and gets a swipe tag from Parra. Well done by Parra, who again does not get a lot of PT at first base, but he came off and made sure that he got the tag on Defoe. We think.
We'll see if the Nationals challenge this, and yes, Dusty Baker wants to see this play again. It's a small hesitation, this move to try to get Goodwin back.
Ooh, he may not have tagged him. You know what? He never got it.
Never got him.
Crowd seeing it on the big screen, and they're reacting.
It's gonna be a quick decision.
Yeah, won't take long. So Nolan did everything right, except his throw was a little inaccurate, and he just committed just his 4th error on the season.
Yes, he did touch first base right on the top of it. This is a good job by Defoe to make sure not to. Sometimes you're always taught to touch the front part of the bag, but in this case, crouches over and gives himself an opportunity to get past Gerardo by not reaching for the front of the bag.
Harper hit a fly ball to shallow left his first time up. And his 19-game hitting streak snapped yesterday in an 0 for 4. The 19-game hitting streak was the longest of Harper's career. He had 429 during it with 9 home runs.
Well, Bryce Harper is starting to make me laugh. I've been paying attention to the batting gloves. He went no batting gloves last at bat because he did not get a hit. He's wearing red batting gloves. Three at bats ago last night, he had white batting gloves on.
It's going straight Helton on you, huh? Where's that? It's outside. That's where that was. 2-0. Freeland in a pickle here. A double and then the rare error on Nolan. 2 on. Rockies up 3 runs. Nobody out.
If he wants to go full Helton and really show us something, he'll shave his beard.
Or at least part of it. Two and 2.
You remember that game, right? He started with the beard, had a Fu Manchu, and by the end of the game, he was clean shaven.
Remember it well. Had a mustache, I think, in his 3rd at bat. I think Preston Wilson tells a story. One day he went in his locker to grab his pants and Helton was wearing them. 2 and 2. That just missed. 3 and 2.
That's behind the curtain. I would come into the locker room during a game, either stretch or look at something, and you would find Todd looking through everybody's locker for a bat. Pitchers included, changing shoes, changing pants,
scavenging.
It's great.
Freeland's got to make a pitch here to Bryce Harper. 3 and 2. You don't figure to run with the open side. Ryan Goodwin at second, good speed. Defoe, good speed at first. But if you do get the strikeout, pretty easy throw for Hannigan. Nobody obstructing his vision of third base. Another 3-2. And another foul ball. Talk about bat speed. There's Bryce Harper leading all of baseball with 640 slugging percentage. Charlie's 3rd. When you talk about pure bat speed, Harper's got to be what, top 5 in baseball for you?
He's got to be. He's got to be top 5, and he creates it by using his legs. He really gets into those legs, and you can see where the swing starts. It starts from the ground up.
Got him. What a big strikeout that was. Got him on a slider. 1 out.
Can't wait to see what kind of batting gloves he's going to have for the next at bat. Kyle Freeland does not cave in. You have to trust your stuff to be able to throw a 3-2 slider after a couple fastballs fouled straight back. Good job by Ryan Hannigan. I love, see, this is the savvy type moves you see from a veteran catcher. You exert a lot in an at-bat like that against Bryce Harper. This is a guy that's potentially could win a Triple Crown. And you go out there, you get the big strikeout, settle him down, make him take a big deep breath, and then refocus him for this at-bat. Ryan Zimmerman, it's not getting any easier.
But you do have a strong double play candidate if you can get one on the ground. That ball's well hit in the air to right. Cargo in that corner watches it go out. It's fair. And we have a tie ball game. Zimmerman's 23rd of the year, a 3-run shot, just fair down the right field line. The shortest and most inviting area, but not typically for a right-handed hitter.
I believe with that home run, he just passed Frank Howard for most home runs all time. This pitch is well off the plate.
There was no tail on it, or very little. Now a whole new ball game as he's going to tip his cap. One of the all-time Nationals, Ryan Zimmerman, and now among Washington area guys who played for the Nationals or before at the Senators, he moves ahead of Big Frank Howard. That does not include the Expos. Vladdy Guerrero, the most home runs. When you look at the Expos franchise. Well, this is why this team is on pace to score well over 900 runs. You strike out Harper, but you still have Zimmerman. Typically you have Murphy after that. Murphy's not playing in this first game, but now you got Anthony Rendon. One and two.
Fastball that he threw to Zimmerman was 2-3 inches off the plate. If anything, it was up. But when you're watching Ryan Zimmerman standing at the plate, he's well off the plate as well.
This is playable for Cargo. And that's the second out. That'll bring up Howie Kendrick. He bounced to short his first time. Just watched Nolan after they threw it around in the infield, tossed the baseball back to Freeland. You know how Nolan's wired. He's ticked off at himself. It's hard to be perfect. He's pretty darn close to it defensively. But he knows that slight throwing error. An error is an error, but you know, the throw is just slightly offline. Ends up costing the Rockies a run. 3-0 on Howie Kendrick. Kendrick swinging 3-0, and that's down the left field line. It'll be a double for Kendrick. Dusty Baker knows who he's getting. And he turned the veteran loose 3-0. And he's rewarded. It wasn't even a fastball, it was a slider 3-0.
That's the type of swing you take if you're going to swing 3-0. Bat head out in front. Try to do some damage.
Adrian Sanchez robbed of a hit by Arenado in the second, leading off. Just 2 for 18 since his call up from Syracuse. Parra unable to dig it out. Story had a little trouble getting it out of his glove, and the inning continues.
Chopped right over Kyle Freeland's head, in between Hobb. Granted, yes, Trevor and Nolan both made errors this inning. You also look at some of the inexperience from Gerardo Parra at first base.
What it does, and in fairness, obviously, Parra is inexperienced over there, but you appreciate that much more the work of Mark Reynolds and how he's able to dig virtually everything out. They've changed that
to a hit.
And Parra makes a great play on Fetty and saves a run. In the inning, a 3-run home run from Ryan Zimmerman. And this ball game's tied at 4 as we go to the 4th. Great play by Gerardo.
Here in D.C. It is Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown. 5 men going into the Hall of Fame. One of the 3 players is Jeff Bagwell. This is a quote from him. "It's who I am. I can't just go away." It was about injuries. He had shoulder surgery late in his career, but he had a Hall of Fame career. 15 seasons, all with the Astros. In '91, he was the NL Rookie of the Year. 94, the NL MVP, 4-time All-Star, and you see his career numbers, 449 home runs. And yes, Bud Black gave up one of those. It was number 8 of his career back in '91, that year that he was Rookie of the Year. And Bud was funny today, where he just said, I got him going. I got him going. He had 440 more, 449 in his career for Jeff Bagwell. Congratulations to one of the Killer Bees, guys.
Yeah, it was Buddy's fault. And Cargo lays down a bunt, and he's going to have himself a base hit. And you know what? Good for Cargo. If you're going to put that shift on, we've seen Cargo do this in the past. take advantage of, especially the way Cargo has struggled this year. So Cargo in a 4-4 game, a leadoff single. And for Cargo, he now has a 9-game hitting streak.
For Cargo, what's important about this bunt is that he shows it soon enough. It's not like it's one of those try to catch him off guard. Rendon has such a far distance to travel that it's all about just put the bunt down. Put the bunt down and you're safe.
Yeah, that's a great point. He doesn't have to be really fine with it. He doesn't have to be late in revealing. Here's Story. Let me clean something up. I said that Parra had made a great play, which he did, on Fetty. It wasn't Fetty, it was Lobaton, the catcher, who hit that shot toward the hole on the right side that Gerardo made the diving stop on. One ball, one strike. You almost have to take on that Coors Field mentality if you're Kyle Freeland. Disappointing you gave up the opposite field home run down the line to Zimmerman. Outpitch the kid, Fetty, and if it's a, if it's one of those games where you give up 5 in 6 innings, give your team a chance to win at 6-5 or whatever, but take that Coors Field mentality.
Well, knowing Kyle Freeland and knowing what it feels like to be in a major league dugout, it's the shutdown innings. You score, you don't want them to score, and that's going to bother Kyle more than anything.
2-2. I'll go back to Bagwell for a moment.
Yes, let's please do.
Bagwell was, to me, similar to Paul Goldschmidt. Outstanding hitters who played first base that also stole a good number of bases. Did everything well. Three and 2 now on Story with Hannigan on deck. Hit out of that crouch. He actually, Spilly, I know you study hitters. He actually took a negative stride. He was really spread out and his step was slightly back toward his back foot.
Every kid during this time frame, when he was in Houston between 1991 and 2005, every kid in Little League tried it. I tried it. I tried to get as wide as possible and do the negative stride backwards. Didn't work for me. But you're right. A great comp is Paul Goldschmidt. It's a great comp for Jeff Bagwell. You look at what Bagwell did. There's only 11 major league players in the history of the game to have 440 career home runs or more and over 200 stolen bases.
And Bagwell finished with 202. Cargo on that last 3-2 pitch was moving, not here, and that's ball 4.
That pitch was close. Trevor must be seeing the baseball well today. Right at the bottom of the Subaru strike zone. That one's a coin flip.
And he got called out on strikes his first time up on what he thought was a borderline pitch. See the heavy sink on that pitch by Fetty. So 2 on, nobody out. Hannigan, who struck out swinging, comes up. Second walk allowed by Fetty. The Rockies, Spilly, kind of doing what they did yesterday with Tanner Roark. Roark could throw only 5 innings because he threw, he struck out 8 and gave up only 5 hits. He threw 108 pitches in navigating the 5 innings. The Rockies were able to get into the bullpen fairly early. Oh, 2. Next pitch will be number 70 for Fetty. Nobody out in the 4th. Kid making his big league debut. Through the right side, a base hit. Cargo around third will get a stop sign. And now he'll come home out at third base as Story was trying to go first to third and didn't realize that Cargo had gotten a stop sign.
It worked out best for the Rockies the way it played out because it forced Rendon to try to tag Trevor Story versus turning around and making the throw towards home plate.
This one's on Story. He's hanging at the bag as if the tag was missed.
Dusty Baker's headed out towards second base umpire Mark Wegner.
I thought he was called out at third. Well, let's look again.
There might have been some interference. Let's pay attention at shortstop.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it was called. You could see the second base umpire Mark Wegner saying he interfered. So the run will count. Nobody is out, and it's first and third. Worked out even better.
Cargo's being given the stop sign. Watch Stu Cole. He runs right through it. Trevor Story's running through, but was given the interference by Wegner at second base, and then it forced Cargo home.
Could not have worked out better.
That is the best case scenario for the Rockies. Got away with one.
Absolutely, and this is how it's scored.
Can't wait.
It's a single and an RBI for Hannigan.
Okay.
He gets the ribby, and it goes down as an E6 on Adrian Sanchez, even though he never touched the baseball, was nowhere near him, allowing Story to get to third. Bunts laid down. And it'll work as a sacrifice. That's a replay for Story.
And Lobaton might have had a shot at Ryan Hannigan at second base, but because of the English on this bunt, it spins for a second in his glove. He has to reset.
A lot of baseball.
Check out the spin rate. Best bunt spin rate in baseball by Kyle Freeland.
How many revolutions did you have on that?
I think it's 4.
It does crack me up, though. We've seen Mike Maddox, through his years as a pitching coach, come out 6,000 times, and every time he puts his right hand on the left shoulder,
big paw
of the pitcher. Folks, when the Rockies score 7 runs or more, and they look like they're on their way today, go to participating Colorado Taco Bell locations the following day between 4 and 6 to get your Rockies taco special at Moss and Taco Bell. Colorado leading 5-4. They had 2 in the first, 2 in the third. They have a run here in the fourth. 1 out, second and third. Blackmon's 2 for 2. 2 sharp singles to center. And he has scored 2 runs. Ball 1. Well, how about that bunt by Cargo? That paid off.
The bunt by Cargo, the great at bat by Trevor Story, taking a coin flip strike on the corner. Worked out in the Rockies' favor. This entire inning has worked out in the Rockies' favor.
Really good speed at third. And that's fouled off.
Hannigan with 2 strikes, shooting the ball opposite field.
That's huge. This is a get him in situation with the infield in. So Charlie looking for something up, Spilly.
You have to, and for me, it's look for a pitch that you could pull. Try to take someone's head off on the right side of the infield. Charlie's a pull hitter. Those guys don't want to be standing that close.
2-1. This kid's been in the stretch for most of his big league debut.
If you're Wilmer Defoe at second base, are you happy right now standing about 100 feet away from one of the best hitters in baseball right now?
Heck no. And he pulls the baseball through the right side. Hannigan will stop at third. Another run as Story scores. Charlie's 3 for 3. It's 6-4. And I imagine you're going to see some bodies moving in that Washington bullpen.
And this is the right approach for Charlie. You're already 2 for 2 against Fetty. You're looking for a pitch that you can pull, that you can hit it as hard as you can right past either Ryan Zimmerman or Defoe at second base. He gets a pitch. He's not looking to put the ball in the outfield with the fly ball. He's looking to do damage.
And now take us through the mindset of DJ. The one thing in his mind, I would think, is he can't hit into a double play here.
And this is where we talked about DJ understanding. You need to understand the ball for you to get in the air, look down.
How about a squeeze, and they'll come home, and Hannigan is out. Good job by Fetty jumping off the mound. DJ trying to steer that a little bit more away from the pitcher. Scored 1-2.
This would have easily scored Hannigan, but you can see it was a fastball up and in that ran in, and it forced DJ to change the direction of his barrel.
So with 2 outs and 2 aboard, here's Nolan, a walk and a single for Arenado. 6-4 Colorado, 9 hits.
And if you're curious at home who put the bunt on, DJ put the bunt on. A guy like that, that's a play a player will do on his own. Bud Black's not going to ask him to bunt. He wants him to hit.
And that was not a safety squeeze, though. Hannigan was barreling down the line. That was a suicide squeeze. Thought that Dusty would get somebody up, but nobody on one of the 2 mounds in the Washington bullpen. Blackman at second, LeMahieu at first.
Let's take a look at what Nolan's done in the month of July. 3rd most for Rockies hitter, 28. Still have today and tonight to go.
1-2.
Let's see a 3-run homer.
That's always a good card to play.
It's going to be hard for Nolan to get to pass Dante's 35 in a month. But 30 looks pretty sweet.
Throws out a ball game like he had a week or so ago at home. Never know. Speaking of ribbies, Charlie with the RBI earlier in the innings got 70 out of the top spot in the lineup. Charlie's also hitting around the 400 figure in the second half. 2-2. When you're just trying to break your own record, yeah, it's like Katie Ledecky. Her only competition's herself. 5 golds at the Worlds this week. Outside, 3-2. Michael Phelps swam against a fictional shark.
That was the worst.
If you and I got in a motorboat, could we beat Katie Ledecky?
No.
3-2, 2 outs. base hit up the middle. Here comes Charlie around third with the Rockies' 7th run. Nolan with RBI number 90. Eric Fetty's going to have nightmares when he thinks of Blackmon, LeMahieu, Arenado after his major league debut.
I'll tell you what, the Rockies, Charlie, DJ, and Arenado will have dreams.
Very pleasant dreams.
Of facing Eric Fetty. Looking for some two-seam movement, pitched up in the zone. And for the second time today, Fetty also fails to get behind home plate.
Parra has hit into 2 double plays. We'll guarantee you he will not hit into a third here with 2 outs. He actually hit the last ball really hard. Top 3 guys in the order, 7 for 8, has scored 5 runs, driven in 3. The only out made was that squeeze attempt by DJ a couple moments ago. Told you we were going to get tacos for all of you. Make sure you go to your participating Taco Bell location between 4 and 6 mañana to get your Rockies taco special, La Masa Taco Bell. 1-1 on Gerardo Parra. Parra a couple weeks ago reached base in 10 consecutive at-bats. He's the 6th player in Rockies history to do that. Today is his 3rd start this year at first, and this is on the ground to second. In the inning, the Rockies scored 3 times. They had the lead once again. They're up 7-4.
Tradition in our nation's capital in the bottom of the 4th inning. You have the president's race, and it was Honest Abe who's coming up from the rear, ends up winning this race. I didn't have him winning it.
Well, I knew Teddy wasn't going to win.
Teddy never wins.
But, you know, I have to tell you something. For an older guy, Abe runs really well. Don't you think?
Yes.
Here's our CenturyLink high-speed challenge question. Go to AT&T Sportsnet RM on Twitter to cast your vote. We'll show you the results during the postgame show. Which president would you like to meet? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt, or TJ, as we like to call him. After that strong kick, it's got to be Abe, right?
Honest Abe, it's got to be, right?
Well, a very tumultuous period in our history. Sit down and visit with Abe about Civil War and that period of time. Severino's pinch hitting for Fetty. And he takes ball one from Kyle Freeland.
I have a friend that spent time with the mascots at a event here in Washington, D.C. He said he'd be impressed with the suits the guys put on. Spoiler alert, there's an actual human in that. That's not an actual Honest Abe. These guys would wear these dry fit outfits with the camelback, with the water, little fans in there. It's amazing what you can put in one of those mascot uniforms.
So, if I understand you correctly, those are actual people inside there?
Yeah, they're humans inside them.
Wow.
It's not. That's not really Honest Abe.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Sorry.
Your wealth of useful and useless information at times. Leadoff single from Pedro Severino. And now it's Brian Goodwin at the top of the order. Goodwin will double off the scoreboard in right in the third inning. And precipitated a 2-run rally, actually a 3-run rally, because Zimmerman hit a 3-run home run. In the air to left center field and deep. Tapia will get back and make the catch. Nicely done by Rymel. Billy, I'd imagine those aren't easy plays, not just because the ball was well hit and all of a sudden you're running on the warning track, but you're also running where you have a feeling that your center fielder's closing quickly also.
When we've watched Tapia, his biggest need for adjustment and improvement, and I'm not the only one saying it, it's his outfield defense. He has to get better with his routes. That was a perfect route. There's enough distance. We've already seen him play both corners.
And his reputation in the minor leagues was that he was and is a good outfielder. So you know it's in there.
It's in there, but you're also asking a guy to play with the center fielder and Charlie Blackmon. Blackman's a ball hog in center field, which is what you're supposed to be. And it takes a feel. It takes a while to get used to what kind of corner outfielders you have if you're playing center field. You have to understand this guy likes to get after the baseball. He's not as good going to this location. I have to cover this spot. You shade certain ways on certain batters. You also shade depending on your outfield's ability. For Rymel, he can cover to the left of him very well. So if you're Charlie, you can scoot over. You can give him a little more distance.
2 strikes on Wilmer Defoe. Home run, and he reached on the rarest of occurrences, an error on Nolan last inning. Nolan made the fielding play. His throw was slightly up the first base line. Parra came off the bag to sweep tag. And he missed the tag on Defoe. He actually was called out initially, went to review. 1 out, Severino at first. 0-2. Harper's on deck. The Rockies have Scott Oberg up. Defoe in 2014 was the Sally League MVP. He was a 22-year-old. Came into this season listed by Baseball America as the #4 prospect in the national system. Got 58 at bats with Washington last year and hit .276, including his first big league home run. There's a home run in this game. 2-2. And that misses. And it's 3-2.
Where you going?
Well, we're going to play with 4 balls today and 3 strikes.
It's where you play the bum bum ba bum.
And that's a base hit. Phillies allowed 9 hits in 3 1/3. And now you have Harper coming up representing the tying run.
Gear up for summer at your local Rockies dugout store, the place for all things Rockies.
Because today is a doubleheader, you are, by rule, allowed to add a 26th man for the day. The Rockies have added Carlos Estevez, and the Nationals have added Matt Grace, a left-handed pitcher. Each team has an extra arm in their bullpen. Harper's 0 for 2, fly ball to left field, and after a lengthy battle in the 3rd, Kyle struck him out with a slider. Grace is now one of 6. I've never heard of this, other than September, I guess. One of 6 lefties in the Nationals bullpen.
I don't think I've ever seen 19 hits in a game. It's not even through 4 innings. Have you?
Well, I'm sure we have. You just don't see it frequently, and it's a nightmare for pitching coaches and managers. Not to mention the guys who are allowing the hits.
It's fun if you're walking up to the bat rack.
He's got a 7-4 lead despite the 9 hits, and now he works ahead 1-2. I said it earlier. You just have to get in your mind that you got to outperform whoever your opponent is, and even if it's not a pretty line, the offense has been steady through the ball game so far for the Rockies. Kyle's got a 3-run lead. Find a way to get out. 1-2 on Harper. Got him again. 2 outs.
Now Freeland challenges Harper again with the fastball. Look at the body language of Bryce after the strikeout.
He's 0 for 7, 4 strikeouts in the series. Slider last inning, and he went straight gas to get him here in the 4th. But you're far from out of the woods. Zimmerman, an opposite field 3-run home run last inning. He's standing up there with 2 men on once again. He also had an infield hit back in the 1st. Those that have followed the Nationals through the years will be able to tell you that Ryan Zimmerman has produced an inordinate number of big hits for the Nationals. For instance, he has 10 walk-off home runs in his career. Never heard of that.
The only other person I can think of that was even close in this time frame was Andre Ethier.
Yeah, he had a string for a few years where it seemed like every big hit the Dodgers got in the bottom of the 9th, he produced. Visually,
as you're watching Ryan Zimmerman get into the plate, it looks like the outside part of the plate is available for a pitcher. But that's the part of that's where you want to throw it. Stands so far off. And that was the pitch that Ryan Zimmerman hit out for a home run opposite field, 2 or 3 inches off the plate.
Typically, right, Spilly, guys who stand off the plate actually want it away. Guys who stand on the plate want it in. 1 ball, 1 strike on Zimmerman. That's a good pitch.
Looking back at Zimmerman's home run on the Subaru Super Mode, this pitch is off the plate. It's a sinker away. Judging with how far Ryan Zimmerman stands off the plate, a pitcher doesn't think he can get to that pitch. But that is right in Zimmerman's wheelhouse.
Zimmerman, 23 home runs, 7 times now in his career he's hit at least 20.
Up and in and down and in are his weak spots.
First and second, 2 outs. Freeland's ahead, 1-2. In the air to Charlie, plenty of room in right center field. He's got it, and Freeland works out of it. 2 hits, 2 left in the 4th. We moved on to inning number 5. Rockies 7 and the Nats 4. Time for the unlimited baseball break, brought to you by T-Mobile. Adrian Beltre, we watched his last at bat last night, and he grounded out, sitting on 2,999 hits. The active player over 3,000, Ichiro. The Rockies will see him in a couple of weeks down in Miami. Albert Pujols is at 2,911. Beltran with Houston closing in on 2,700. New pitcher out there for Washington. It is Matt Grace, who's the 26th man, as the Rockies lead 7-4. Kyle Freeland worked out of a pickle in that last frame. He has twice struck out Bryce Harper with traffic. Grace is a guy with a fastball slider mix who typically gets a lot of ground balls. It'll be Tapia, Cargo, and Story. Rymel, an RBI single in the 1st with 2 outs. So ground ball to short, so he's 1 for 2. That was kind of strange. He showed bunt, and it almost looked like he was going to pull it back, and then he still offered at it. That seems different to you?
Very different. I think he watched Carlos Gonzalez and then forgot that Anthony Rendon wasn't playing the shift the same way they do with Cargo.
2 strikes on Tapia.
Grace has been an interesting reliever for Dusty Baker. Also has 2 saves and 2 save opportunities.
They've had to turn to a lot of different arms in the 9th inning. Was there really one glaring weak spot? I feel like they've addressed it with Sean Doolittle. Ryan Madsen has come aboard to help set up. Both of those came from Oakland last week. Another foul ball. Tappy's in that crouch mode. This is where he's tough.
And it's just a 2-pitch mix for Matt Grace against lefties. It's fastball slider. Makes it easier for a hitter trying to figure out what the sequence could be. Stay on fastball and then adjust.
Good pitch. He had a little more depth on that slider, and he strikes out Raimel.
Rockies baseball is always live with the MLB.com at Bat mobile app. Stay connected all season with video highlights, stats, news, and more.
Cargo's bunt single started the rally in the 4th inning. And now Rendon is looking to the dugout, being asked where to play. Came in a little bit, now he's moving back. Cargo takes inside. Cargo probably a little less likely with 1 out to bunt here. Get an extra base mode. With that bunt, Cargo's hit in 9 straight games. Cut. One. Cargo lifts this ball to shallow center field. Goodwin's coming quickly now and he'll make the catch. He started back initially. 2 outs. 2 outs, and that'll bring up the Rocky shortstop, Trevor Story. Trevor strikeout. And then he walked on a borderline 3-2 pitch, which put 2 men on last inning with nobody out. Hannigan had an RBI hit. Blackman eventually had an RBI hit. Nolan eventually an RBI hit. Eric Fetty in his major league debut. 4 innings. He gave up 7 runs. 5 were earned. 10 hits. He walked 2. He struck out 3.
Good person to be talking to. Max Scherzer leveling with Eric Fetty. Probably asking his feel. Asking where his confidence was at.
Trevor hits this ball down the right field line and deep, and if it's fair, it's gone. It's foul. He almost pulled a Zimmerman, huh?
The ball blows out towards right field. I mentioned that last night. Right center, very short.
How about there was 3 balls last night, all hit by Washington, that were foul, fortunately, but not by a lot. And then today, Zimmerman curled one just inside the foul pole. Story was trying to bid to do the same thing.
That's why we were pointing out certain hitters in this Nationals team, the pull hitters in Bryce Harper and Daniel Murphy. And then the opposite field hitters in Rendon and Zimmerman. taking full advantage of the way this ballpark has been constructed.
Story, line drive, but right at Adrian Sanchez. He was cheating toward the hole. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Grace, middle of 5. Rockies leading 7-4. Colorado Rockies baseball on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. We showed you some great shots yesterday at the Smithsonian's Air and Space Museum located in Northern Virginia out of Dulles Airport. Here's some more great artifacts. And there's the famous Enola Gay B-29 that dropped the atomic bomb that ultimately led to the end of World War II. Anthony Rendon in the 5th inning against Kyle Freeland, and he takes outside ball 1. Kyle has had one 1-2-3 inning. Now it's in the 2nd. Rockies up 7-4. Drew Goodman, Ryan Spilborghs, Mark Stout on a glorious Sunday afternoon in Washington. And this is down the left field line in foul ground.
Oh,
and what a catch by Nolan. You kidding me? He looked like Demarius Thomas running a 9 route.
For outfielders, for infielders, this is no man's land. This is the Bermuda Triangle. For Nolan, fighting with some sun, fighting with the fans, and with the potential of Raimel Tapia sliding into you. That is an unbelievable play.
I don't know if I've seen a third baseman that far down the line make that play. Usually you have a better angle if you're a shortstop. Obviously Story runs much better than Nolan. Or your left fielder is going to come get it. And Raimel was too far away. That's an unbelievable play.
Anthony Rendon ran down the stairs. Go, all right. Yeah, this guy's better than me defensively. Way better.
1-0 on Kendrick. Line drive at Parra. I got it. 2 outs.
What Nolan does better than anybody is he takes the right route. There's no wasted movement. There's no wasted angle. Goes straight towards the baseball. And when you're running as an outfielder, as anybody, if you've ever tried running and have a ball thrown over your head where you have to try to catch it over your shoulders, the most difficult spot is that the ball bounces. The ball is consistently bouncing and you have to trust your eyes.
And Spilly, as an outfielder, you know, you're taught to, when it's over your head, run to a spot and then find the baseball again. when you're running and it's directly over your head, he doesn't have the luxury of going, okay, I'm going to re-find it. He's got to keep his eyes on it the whole way.
And he had to decide whether he wanted to put the flip downs.
Not only that, he knows that Toppy is coming hard on one angle. Story's coming on another angle.
It's a phenomenal play. I mean, it's
phenomenal play.
Phenomenal. Degree of difficulty for that one is a 10.
Crazy. Adrian Sanchez. 2-2 on Sanchez.
Sanchez from the same hometown as Carlos Gonzalez, Maracaibo in Venezuela.
There's others from Maracaibo. It's a city in Venezuela. A lot of Venezuelan players have started to become more outspoken about the turmoil and governmental issues in Venezuela of late. Very difficult times. 2-2.
There was a great article written today on MLB.com about the different Venezuelan players, guys like Francisco Cervelli, who have used their voice.
He hasn't been back in 2 years. Nor has Ender Inciarte. Talked to Cargo this morning when we were walking in. Cargo is back in the offseason for a couple of weeks. He still has a lot of family there. This ball's lined, and Story makes a great play. How about those 3 outs? Arenado, line shot at Parra, and then that gorgeous play at short by Story. Just your run-of-the-mill 1-2-3 innings. To the 6th we go in Washington. Rockies +3. All right, guys, thank you very much. I love Hall of Fame weekend. They do it right in Cooperstown. And the other thing about is Ryan Hannigan takes that pitch from Grace low, 1-1. The other thing I greatly respect about baseball's Hall of Fame, I respect all the Hall of Fames, NFL, NHL, pro basketball Hall of Fame, which is not just professional players. This is knocked down by Grace, and he scrambles and throws out Hannigan. But I think the most rigid requirements or process to get in is the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame.
Whether you agree with them or not, it's very difficult to get into the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame.
So Freeland, after 5 innings, will hand a leadoff to the Rockies bullpen as Pat Valaika will hit for Kyle here in the 6th. Kyle got some big outs on a day where he gave up 9 hits. He got Bryce Harper most notably with traffic twice. That takes that one in the dirt, 2-0. You know, it's always nice if you're Germán Marquez, when you throw a ball game like he did yesterday, the next 4 days as you get your work in for your next start, you've got a big smile on your face. That's a strike, 2-1. The toughest part, as we often discuss about being a starter, is if you have a poor start. It must seem like an eternity before you get to baseball again.
And some starters, after, if they've had a bad start, they are miserable humans for the next 4 days. And it can carry on for a while. If they have another bad start after that one, bless their wives' hearts or their girlfriends' hearts if they had a bad start.
It's hard not to bring it home, right?
It's really hard. That's the part of baseball that.
Down the line, extra bases for Valaika. It's going to kick hard off the wall, and Pat's going to have himself a pinch double. Has he been sensational or what?
Valaika, I love it. He just understands it. He gets it. 2-1 count. He gets a fastball away from him. He doesn't swing. He gets a pitch he can handle. It does not miss.
And you know what? Buddy has pointed this out several times. To be a good pinch hitter, Buddy believes is the hardest job on a roster. And for Valaika, he adds, to do it as a rookie is really extraordinary.
You have to have a swing that is very simple. It comes down to a simple swing where it doesn't take much maintenance to make sure that it's right. And that's what Pat has. He has a very simple swing. You also have to be an excellent fastball hitter. That's what Pat is. He's not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. He's not afraid to swing first pitch.
How about this for Valaika, Spilly? You pinch hit. 389 this year in 36 at bats. It's not just a 389. He has 10 extra base hits as a pinch hitter. That's crazy good. So he's an 8th run for the Rockies, and the guy at the plate knows how to drive him in. Earlier in the ball game, he had an RBI single for his 70th ribby. Charlie's 3 for 3. He has scored 3 runs. Chris Russin getting loose. Blackman this year hitting .333 left on left. This ball to Sanchez, 2 outs. DJ will try to come through with 2 gone. He's had a single and an RBI double in 3 at bats. He has scored 2 runs.
Rockies 5 for 10 today with runners in scoring position.
Since June 15th, LeMahieu has hit just under 400. I'll remind you, it's July 30th. It's over 6 weeks of baseball. Batting champ a year ago at 348. Came into the ball game at 312. Average up a couple points. Valleca stays put.
Maybe with one out, Valleca would take a shot at getting the third on it once that ball popped out of Lobaton's glove. But with 2 outs and DJ hitting, you're not taking any shot to make the last out at third base when you're already in scoring position.
He's a Bruin, man. Smart kid. 2-0 on DJ. Since June 15, as we said, he's hit close to 400. That's 119 at bats. He has struck out just 9 times in those 119 at bats. Got a 2-0 pitch to work with, and that's line foul. Teddy is politicking.
People behind him. Can that guy with the big head move?
Down in front. Line drive, deep left field, and it's over the head of Kendrick. Here comes Pat Valleca with the Rockies' 8th run. Second double of the afternoon for DJ LeMahieu. Second RBI, 47th on the year. 8-4 Rockies.
Automatically, I assume this is an off-speed pitch because DJ will pull off-speed pitches, and this ball is squared up. Matt Grace working on his 2nd inning of work. Changeup down and in. Right where DJ likes it.
Mike Maddox has come out. They intentionally walked Nolan Arenado to go left on left with Gerardo Parra. What's going on with Mike?
Yeah, he's not putting his right paw on his shoulder. Oh, that's because it's his throwing arm. That's a long touch.
Parra is 0 for 3. He's hit into a couple double plays and also grounded to second. Nolan with the intentional walks been on 4 times, 2 for 2, 2 walks. 2 in the first, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 1 here in the 6th for Colorado. How about Parra this year against lefties? 418.
Keep adding on.
Absolutely, especially with this Washington offense. How scary it can be. Rockies scored first today, too, in that first inning, as we were discussing. They're 45-13 this year when they score first. 1-2. Goes down in the inning. A pinch hit double by Valleca with 2 outs. DJ LeMahieu delivered a 8-4 Rockies.
Diamondbacks. They are up 8-4 as we head to the bottom of the inning. Trevor Story in the bottom of the 5th. This play at shortstop as he dives to his right and comes up with the acrobatic catch. I want to take you back to this day last year in New York against the Mets. Do you remember when he slid into second, stretching a single into a play at second, hung on, a run scored, and then the second batter in the bottom half of that inning, he throws his glove off and could not continue in the game. That's because he had that thumb injury on his glove hand. And I'll never forget, guys, that was the night that Mike Piazza had his number retired after he had been inducted into the Hall of Fame. We get home. He doesn't play on Sunday, has an MRI on Monday, off day. Tuesday, we find out that's it for Trevor Story's rookie year. 27 homers, 72 ribbies. He hit .271. And lest we forget the defense that he brings every day.
Yeah, you just wondered, had he been able to complete last year, how many home runs would he have hit? 27 home runs, Mark, in 97 games. Chris Russin on here in the 6th inning. Jose Lobaton, and then we'll get a pinch hitter, 8-9-1. Chris has been terrific this year. 3-0 record, small ERA, the whip a little over 1 hitter per inning is reached. He falls behind 3-0 on Lobaton. And Mark Reynolds is now in defensively for the Rockies. Here's a strike. Good crowd at Nationals Park today. Again, the Rockies are playing a doubleheader, a day-night doubleheader. So game 2 will start at 7:05 Eastern time. So Rockies fan, we'll be on the air with our second pregame show of the day at 6:30, and Russin upset himself. He loses Lobaton. Rockies' upcoming home schedule brought to you by Remax. Here's what it looks like. The Mets are in for 3, 2 on AT&T Sportsnet. Tuesday and Wednesday evening. We're on the air at 6 with the pregame show. No television on Thursday afternoon. And then the Fighting Phillies. Just call them that because that's what they've always been called. Not as much fight this year. They're in transition, young team. They'll be in on the weekend. And it'll be Daniel Murphy here pinch hitting. Ball 1. Rockies in the midst of playing 9 consecutive ball games against the NL East. And it's 2-0 on Murphy. Like Chris Russin, usually gets ahead and stays ahead. Here's the standings in the East. Washington way out in front, 12.5 north of Miami. Atlanta is 13.5 back with the Mets, and then Philly 37-64 with the worst record in the National League. As Murphy spent 7 years with the Mets. Here's a strike. He had 288 in a Mets uniform. That great postseason 2 years ago in front of his free agency. And so far in year number 2 at the Nationals, he has hit .344.
Only 2 pitch hit at bats this season for Daniel Murphy. He's another guy in in the last couple of years has changed his swing slightly. He's just looking for a ball elevated, tries to hit the bottom half of the ball. You always hear launch angle. You can't just change launch angle. It's pitch recognition. It's what you're trying to look for when you're swinging, but understanding what pitches you can actually handle.
Isn't it amazing? No, that's outside 3-2. He's become like the poster child for launch angle.
He says it tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, change it 2%. People in the baseball world are just eating it up. Like, wow, he really changed it by 2%. No, he didn't. He doesn't want to hit the ball on the ground, understandable, so he's looking for pitches he can elevate.
Pocket protector crowd.
Wow, I got one.
3-2 and slowly hit to Nolan. Can they turn it over? Nolan had to wait for DJ because he was swung over a little bit. So the Rockies will take the out at second, and Murphy will be at first base with one out as Brian Goodwin comes up.
Kids big and small, be sure to visit the new Aero Arcade presented by Aero Electronics, located in the interactive area on the main concourse in center field.
Nice pleasant read, Spilly.
Those are big words for me. Interactive.
Did that well. Goodwin to double in the third. Deep drive to the track in left center his last time up. And Raimel Tapia made a very nice running catch on that particular play. Russin in relief of Kyle Freeland. Kyle leaves on the plus side. 5 innings, 4 runs, 9 hits. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 4. 1-1. High trust factor for Buddy Black when he calls on Chris Russell. Good pitch.
I'm always interested to see how managers play the first game of a doubleheader, how they set up their bullpen. If they're willing to use a closer, if they're willing to use their setup guy, and how they go about their business. Because if you end up using all your good relievers, and that's in quotation marks, the ones that you feel most comfortable with in the first game, and you lose that game, how you piece it together for the second game.
2-2 on Goodwin. I think like anything, managers try to win games in 9 innings, and they try to win the game they're playing. Can't peek ahead. Got to win this one before you move on to the next one. And whatever it takes is what Buddy Black will do, and the same thing the other dugout for a guy that's won a ton of games in Dusty Baker. 2 guys that are very good friends, by the way. See you later. Throws Goodwin for the second out.
Beautiful sequences. This is why I love Chris Russin. He has the ability, because of his location, that he can pitch the sequences. I mentioned earlier, Goodwin wasn't going to see a fastball. He knows that throughout the entire bat, all off-speed pitches. And then Hannigan. A fastball, 2-2 on the corner. See you later.
Yep, Hannigan stuck it too. Firm wrists. Here's Defoe. He's had a good ball game. A home run, reached on an error, and also a single. Big swing, 0-1.
Well, between Goodwin and Defoe, they're looking fastball. And in this lineup, they expect to get fastball. People aren't afraid of Goodwin and Defoe as much as they are of Harper, Zimmerman, Rendon.
Change up away. That was really well executed too.
That's why Russin's so much fun to watch.
He pitches.
He can pitch.
He's a game face guy too. When you walk in the clubhouse a couple hours before the ball game, Chris Russin's already got the game face on. 1-1. Doubled up on it, huh, Spilly?
Defoe's aggressive. And he's looking fastball. And this is what Russon's so good at. He can subtract. He can add. Complete trust.
He's got Defoe thinking.
Which is probably a bad thing.
That's what you want. Hitters are best when they're not thinking. Empty mind. Cluttered mind, not so good. 2 outs. Murphy at first. 1-2. Quick pitch to him, and he went change up, and he got him. That is beautiful. What a job by Chris Russon. A walk to begin the inning. No harm done. We go to the 7th. 8-4 Colorado. Well, Tim Raines going into the Hall of Fame. More than 2 decades in Major League Baseball. He could run, he could hit, he won a batting title, played the game the right way. And on his final year of eligibility, he gets into Cooperstown. Boy, he was fun to watch. Nicknamed Rock. 6 teams in his big league career, 5th all time with the 808 stolen bases. Great resume, as you have to be enshrined. Raimel Tapia against Enny Romero. And this is a hot shot, but right at Zimmerman. He beats Raimel to the bag, 1 out. Show you a couple changes for the Nationals. They've changed things up the middle. Murphy stays in the ballgame. He's at second. Defoe moves to short. Sanchez comes out. Cargo coming up. 1 for 3, a bunt single in the 4th to extend his hitting streak. Ground out and fly out as well.
It's amazing when you look at the resume of Rock Raines. 23 years in the major leagues, 2,605 hits. The fact that he led the National League in stolen bases with 91 year, and 3 years later wins a batting title. I'm trying to think who in this day and age could possibly even have those type of numbers in a season, right? 90 stolen bases is a guy like Billy Hamilton, a guy like Trey Turner. Trey Turner might be the only guy that I can think of that could steal 90 bases and win a batting title at some point in his career.
Yeah, that was the first name that came to mind. Not to knock Billy Hamilton. Billy's not accomplished enough as a hitter. He's going to steal a lot of bases. Trey Turner has shown evidence that he's going to hit for a high average. 1-2 on Cargo. That pitch was 99 from Romero. Pat Neshek. Successful maiden voyage in a Rockies uniform last night. 1-2-3. 2-2. And Cargo fouls that pitch off.
Based on the new Hall of Fame rules, this was Tim Raines' last opportunity to make it, which is remarkable to me. Look at the Hall of Fame resume that Tim Raines has. To wait 10 years for him to go in there.
Yeah, I'm with you. Glad he got in. 2-2.
I'm going to say over the next couple of years, some of the requirements are going to drop down pretty significantly. The 3,000 hit club is not, it's not attainable.
Certainly the 300 win threshold, or really for me anywhere close, as the game is being played now. And the game evolves, the game changes. Maybe 30, 50 years from now, we'll see starters more typically throwing complete games and throwing 120, 130 pitches. But that's not how the game's played now. So many big arms like this kid coming out of a bullpen. It's really more about getting 6, maybe 7 out of your starters. So you get fewer decisions. Cargo with a good battle going on with Romero.
We know Albert Pujols is going to get to 3,000. You know Miguel Cabrera is probably 3 or 4 years away from 3,000.
Less if he stays healthy. Two and two. Wow. That's a miss. Cargo has an opportunity to get to first, and he will. So on the strikeout, Cargo will reach on a wild pitch. This pitch was 100.
Yeah, and then everybody missed it. Cargo misses it. Lobato misses it.
Fortunately, it missed Mike Winters.
Zimmerman misses it.
Trevor Story's up there with 1 out. Cargo at first.
Is that not amazing? It's the 7th inning. The Nationals have an arm touching 100 miles an hour.
With a deficit, with a 4-run deficit. And what I'm pointing out is that this is not a plus side guy for them. So your middle relief, and I don't want to call him a mop-up guy. I think that's, I don't like that term, but to your point, you know, somebody in the lower third of your bullpen comes out throwing 100, or the middle of your bullpen, however you want to describe where any Romero is at any given time in Washington's pen.
Now I'm sure the Nationals, when you see the arm talent, they're thinking this guy's a closer down the road. And many closers in the game right now, guys like Craig Kimbrell were coming out of the 6th, 7th inning with the Atlanta Braves. Kenley Jansen was coming out the 7th inning for the Dodgers.
Kimbrell became a closer real quick.
It was quick, but they showed up in the 6th, 7th inning.
You're going to get a swing and a miss on that all day, because you better gear up to hit 100, right?
You have to. You can't come off the fastball.
That was 100, 1-2.
The Nationals received Romero this offseason. Made a trade with the Tampa Bay Rays, who had him, for Jeffrey Rosa, right-handed pitcher.
By the way, a little after 4 Eastern time, about 24 hours left before the trade deadline, non-waiver trade deadline. 1-2, and Story caught looking. 2 outs. Bring up Hannigan. Hannigan a base hit to drive in a run in the 4th inning. 1 for 3. Did an excellent job navigating this lineup with Kyle Freeland the first 5 innings.
Mentioning Trey Turner as maybe the type of player in this day and age that could win a batting title and steal 90 stolen bases. Always forget that Ryan Hannigan was also a name that was part of the 3-team trade that sent Trey Turner from San Diego to the Nationals. Ryan Hannigan switched hands. Went to Tampa Bay.
As long as somebody wants you, right? Turner out of NC State. Hannigan keeps this one foul.
The trade was the Nationals traded Joe Ross to the Padres for Steven Souza, Travis Ott. Those guys went to Tampa Bay. The Padres acquired Will Myers and Ryan Hannigan, Jose Castillo, Gerardo Reyes from Tampa Bay. A lot of switching of hands here. A lot of players involved.
Well, I'll tell you, Will Myers is a really good player. Washington has a chance really to win that deal. Joe Ross, Tommy John surgery. Joe Ross is really talented, but Trey Turner has the markings of a potential superstar. 2-2 on Hannigan. Swings and misses at a 99-mile-an-hour Andy Romero fastball. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Cargo, who reached on a strikeout, actually 3 strikeouts in the inning, is trapped at first base. Middle of 7, stretch time. The Rockies leading 8-4, and we will keep it right here for a rendition of God Bless America from Nationals Park in Washington.
Please direct your attention to Nats HD. Here to perform God Bless America, ladies and gentlemen, D.C., Washington.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean's wide and foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Time for our Kubota pitching performance. We match up the starters. Kyle Freeland against Eric Fetty, who was making his major league debut. Freeland ends up giving up 4 runs, 3 of them earned. Struck out 4, didn't walk anybody. He's on the plus side. Eric Fetty, in his 4 innings, gives up 7 runs, 5 earned. 87 pitches. It is 8-4 Colorado as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Chris Russin out there. And leading things off will be Bryce Harper, Ryan Zimmerman, Anthony Rendon to follow. And Harper, who is 0 for 7 in the series with 4 strikeouts, fouls off that first pitch. Neshek has been warming. Buddy Black has this whole thing plotted out.
Of course he does.
Buddy's not a guy you want to play chess with. 0-1. And this is lifted to center field. Easy play for Blackman. And now here comes Buddy with a couple of right-handed hitters approaching. Mr. Trustworthy, Chris Russin. We'll go an inning and a third. He'll get a slap on the backside from his catcher and his skipper. 1 out in the 7th. The Rockies leading by 4. Here comes Pat Neshek.
making a great play. And then it was Matt Wieters. How about Nolan Arenado making a great play? And then Severino would pitch hit. And a strikeout from Pat Neshek. All copy fun facts. Now, there's plenty where these came from. I'm just scratching the surface. He loved Tony Gwynn growing up. He's from Minneapolis. Kirby Puckett lived down the street. It's his favorite autograph card. He's got like 40,000 of them. That's a whole nother story for another day. Favorite food, he said anything to me. Then he said cereal pizza. Favorite music, oldies and metal. I said, give me two groups. He goes, the Grassroots and Lamb of God. I'm leaving it at that.
You know what? He sounds like your future buddy.
Yeah.
Similar music interests, right?
He's all over the place. I love it. I love his delivery. You know, he's been around the league so long, Drew, but he gets it. You know, we're gonna have some fun with him.
He definitely gets it. And I asked him, as this ball's hit well to right center field, really well, this is going to get out. That is the second home run by Zimmerman. 4 RBI day for Ryan Zimmerman. Man, is he strong the other way. 8-5.
This is a rocket off the bat. It surprised Charlie, and Cargo even gave the courtesy, jogged towards it. Hanging slider up. Neshek knew right off the bat. Watch where this hits.
Zimmerman's first career hit against Neshek. Rondon's had some success against Pat, 2 for 4. But I asked Pat yesterday, or asked him this morning about yesterday. I said, well, how long have you been around? Was there a few more butterflies in your first ball game in a Rockies uniform? And he said, you know, you always want to get off to a good start. He goes, I was just excited to try to do my part. Did his part well. 1-2-3 inning yesterday. 2 strikes on Rondon.
Listen to these numbers, Drew. Ryan Zimmerman, in his last 45 games against the Rockies, is now hitting over 370, 14 homers and 50 RBIs.
Shoot him, Tony, shoot him.
The last 3 years, he hasn't been healthy. He's dealt with a myriad of issues. Just missed 2-2. You know, most notably the shoulder. He's finally healthy this year, and Zimmerman's mashing like he's in his mid-20s. Last 4 games, 4 home runs, 9 driven in by Zimmerman. Rondon would chase there, 3-2. A little bit more on Rondon. You're talking about him driving in 56 his senior year of high school. He goes to Rice. He was drafted out of high school, did not sign. I told you he played with Nolan on the same team in an elite tournament at East Cobb in Georgia. His freshman year at Rice, he not only was a freshman All-American, he was a first-team All-American. He was a finalist for the Dick Hauser Award as a freshman, the Player of the Year in college baseball. He hit .388 with 20 bombs and 72 driven in his first year at Rice for Wayne Graham. He followed that up his sophomore year by hitting .394 with 26 jacks and 85 driven in. Strike 3. Neshek gets him. On his way to becoming the 6th pick in the draft. Actually, the 6th pick in the 2011 draft. 2 gone.
This is the look that Neshek brings to the table. That's a late breaking slider. Front door slider gets Rendon to check his swing.
Howie Kendrick, he takes a strike.
heard Tony Wolters talking about catching Neshek yesterday. He said it took him a couple batters until his eyes adjusted to where the ball was coming out.
Comebacker, and Story will help out. He gets the out at first. 1-6-3. So Zimmerman hits a long drive to right center field. 8-5 Colorado. We turn the page to inning number 8. Baseball on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Say yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By the Wyoming Office of Tourism, Wyoming is full of adventure. It's time to find out if you are too. That's why TravelWyoming.com. And by Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo customers get your 2-for-1 Rockies club level tickets by visiting wellsfargo.com/Rockies. World War II Memorial on the Capitol Ball. Joe Blanton is in, another former Philly. In the top of the 8th inning, 9-1-2 for the Rockies. 33rd game for Blanton. He's been kind of up and down this year. Well, he was good with the Dodgers, wasn't he?
What do we say about relievers?
One good, one bad.
Mark Reynolds has faced Joe Blanton several times. Not quite sure if it was Joe Blanton as a starter or as a reliever, but the numbers are 3 for 8. No homers.
First at bat for Mark came in an inning ago in a double switch defensively. Parr is out of the ball game, so it'll be Reynolds, Blackman, LeMahieu, Arenado. If the inning continues, then we'll see a pinch hitter. 8-5 Rockies. One hopper at Rendon.
Park at the Park, presented by Avoderm and Nylabone, is Wednesday, August 16th. The event includes a pregame parade on the field with your dog, plus goodies, not Drew Goodman's. Special tickets in the dog zone are required and must be pre-purchased.
My youngest so badly wants to bring our 2 dogs.
Why don't you?
Because it will fall on Mama. Here's Charlie throwing out his 4th hit of the ball game. Charlie,
second.
Yeah, I thought for a second he was going to run on Kendrick. I think Mac, the Golden, certainly mellow enough to hang. I'm worried about Stella, our old English sheepdog.
You think it'll go bonkers?
I'm just worried about her wreaking havoc.
Then you have to bring the dog to the field.
That's what Gabe's thinking. Mom's thinking no. DJ's had a big day. 3 hits, 2 doubles to produce runs. Takes a strike from Blanton. Charlie at first, 4 for 5. See if he looks to run. Blanton basically with a slide step. 0-2. Diaz will pass along that time to the plate right now to Blackman. That was too quick to the plate. There's Mike Dunn. Blanton's made the successful conversion from being a starting pitcher to being a bullpen asset.
Seen a lot of starting pitchers that make the transition, and for some of them, they can empty out the tank faster. They're willing to use their fastball more. They have a secondary pitch that they can, like a slider, they're willing to snap that pitch more in that short sprint.
Strike 3.
TJ didn't like that last pitch. Well, Blanton does have a sinker. Looks like he brings it back a little bit.
Two gone. Nolan comes up. A walk, single in the third, a run scoring single in the fourth for his 90th RBI, and then he was intentionally passed in the 6th inning. He's been on 4 times this afternoon. Charlie gets a big jump, and Lobatone's throw not going to get him. Skips into center field. Charlie on the air will go to third. 9th stolen base for Blackman.
Great job for Charlie stealing first pitch, so it allows Nolan a couple more pitches during the at-bat. Doesn't mess him up too much. You see Charlie sliding with his spikes up.
If the Rockies can get that run back after the Zimmerman home run last inning.
Lexi Amarisa's on deck. We'll see if Dusty Baker even messes around with Nolan.
I'm looking right now. I can't imagine Blanton throwing something decent here. No, now it's 3-0. Dusty still not indicating that he wants to move on again.
Yeah, green light for you, Nolan. There's a pitch you like.
Didn't get one straight 3-0, did he? 3-1. Line drive, base hit, and Kendrick dives, and that's going to be costly. Going to second is Arenado, and he's heading towards third, and Nolan will get there. RBI single. Well, they're actually going to call it a triple. Kendrick never touched the baseball on the dive. 91 RBIs for Nolan, and the Rockies have the 4-run lead once again. Well, they decided to pitch to him, and Nolan burned him.
The best part about it is that Nolan might have swung at ball 4. 3-0 slider down and away. He might have swung through it. Kendrick misses this one by a good 4 or 5 feet.
There's the guys who many believe right now are the two best third basemen in baseball, and there's a lot of good ones. Nolan and Rendon, not only great mutual respect, but as we described yesterday, two guys that are friends from playing together when they were both 17. Here's Amarista. Two-out runs. You love them when they happen to your club, and they're backbreakers when you're out on defense. He had a two-out RBI in the first. He's been really strong this year at producing two-out runs.
Well, I know Dusty Baker he's not second-guessing himself. There's no doubt that he's probably immediately thought he probably shouldn't pitch to this guy, and trusted his players on the field to take care of it.
Ryan Goodwin in center field will make the catch to end the inning. Nolan's triple scores Blackman, who's had a 4-hit ball game. 9-5 Colorado. Spilly, I've gotten to know him just a little bit through the years, you know, going back to his time with the Dodgers, and then periodically when the Rockies have played whatever team he's with in the American League. Texas most recently. Obviously he was with Seattle for a bit. Just a great guy, first-class guy, and a marvelous player. So you're even a little more excited for a guy like that when he has that type of accomplishment, because he's about everything that's right in the game of baseball.
He has fun. He loves the game. He has a great time doing it. His 3,000 hit came in on a 3-0 pitch. He's swinging 3-0, gets a double. He's impacted the game. He's impacted Nolan Arenado. You see it. The way Nolan goes about his business, the way he fields the ground ball, the way he swings the bat.
Andrew Stevenson's the pinch hitter. He's hitting for the pitcher spot here. 7, 8, and 9. So Lobaton and then Murphy. 2 strikes on Stevenson. Mike Dunn's been good of late. He's corrected whatever was ailing him for a period of time. Mike knows this ballpark well. Having pitched for the Marlins for so many years.
Well, the same thing with Jake McGee. Jake McGee just went on the disabled list today with his back. This is what Mike Dunn went down on the disabled list earlier. Back spasms and
good pitch.
Oh man, where's that?
Mike looked off. He doesn't want to show up Mike Winters, but how do you not call that a strike? I mean, that's not a borderline pitch. That's over the heart of the plate, above the knees. Every once in a while, you'll see Mike flip up that curveball. Stevenson's on borrowed time. And that reach back may have been a strike. They missed location, but that may have been in there also. It was.
You're not going to get rewarded for that pitch, no matter what.
I get it. But if it's a strike, it's a strike.
Yeah, but major league umpires won't reward a pitcher for mislocation, even though it does cross in the strike zone.
Yeah, no harm done as another curveball is swung on and missed. So Mike Dunn strikes out the pinch hitter Stevenson. 1 out in the 8th inning. And that'll bring up the catcher Lobatone.
Fans, be sure to download the MLB.com ballpark app, the official app of Coors Field. Just find food and beverages locations and even upgrade your seats from the app.
Lobatone 0 for 2 and a walk. Sliders down and in. 9 runs, 14 hits for the Rockies. They've committed 1 error. 5 runs, 10 hits, a pair of errors for Washington. All the runs are scored via the home run for Washington. Wilmer Defoe in the first hit a home run. Ryan Zimmerman a 3-run shot in the 3rd. Ryan Zimmerman a solo shot in the 7th. Two and 1. Nationals have hit 156 home runs. Team with more in the National League, Milwaukee, coming into the game, it hit 155 coming into play today. Rockies have hit 125 by contrast.
I'll tell you what, I love the Rockies offense today. Loved it. They're not done yet.
Like 9 runs. And they have scored in 5 different innings. It's going to win you most games. 3-2.
You had 14 hits, 9 runs without a home run in that. That's been a number of the home runs, even though we've seen them down this year. I don't mind a lack of home runs if the team has the ability to string at bats together. And they weren't able to string at bats together through the month of June. But once he started adding Gerardo Parra to the mix, getting him back and healthy.
Lobatone went. Great pitch. Hard slider. Good pitch by Dunn. 2 strikeouts for Mike. And that'll bring up Daniel Murphy.
If the score holds up and Kyle Freeland earns a win, That'd be his 11th win, but more importantly, it'd be 36 wins for Rockies rookies. And that would tie the 1993 team for most all time. We're still looking at a group of guys that have about 2 months of baseball left.
Special group. But I think you know that by now. Second at bat for Murphy. Pinch hit and stayed in after the 6th inning. He takes ball 1. The pitch was close. A little bit more on Adrian Beltre. Do you realize I didn't? That Beltre becomes the first native of the Dominican Republic to join the 3,000 hit club. I mean, so many great players out of the Dominican. This is on the ground to second. DJ's got it. Mike Dunn continues to pitch very well. Looks like the April Mike Dunn. We'll go to the 9th. The Rockies up by 4. And then after you do the post-game show, get ready for the pre-game show. For game 2. Got crickets on the other end. Philly, how about that? Oliver Perez pitched last night. Here he is pitching this afternoon in the top of the 9th inning. The Rockies ahead 9-5. For Colorado, they'll have Raimel Tapia, Carlos Gonzalez, and Trevor Story. Just a little bit more on Beltre becoming the first native of the DR to reach 3,000 hits. The next native of the Dominican to reach 3,000 hits will be Albert Pujols. Albert's 89 away. Future Hall of Famer Vladimir Guerrero finished with 25.90. Julio Franco, who played forever, finished with 2,586. Manny Ramirez finished with 2,574, one of the great right-handed hitters of all time. Tapia takes outside. 2-0. In the nightcap, John Gray will have the baseball for Colorado. 33-year-old Edwin Jackson will have it for Washington. And this ball hit sharply and on through into right center field. Watch Tapia. He may try to stretch this. Here he goes. And Harper's not going to have an opportunity to throw him out. Boy, can he accelerate. A leg double for Tapia leading off the 9th.
This is a special dynamic that Tapia brings to the table. He puts the ball in play. Murphy not rangy to his right. This is exactly what you try to do. You try to continue to put pressure on defense. Don't be satisfied with the single. Stop when the defense stops you. And there's the acceleration. He went from 4th gear and cranked it into that 5th gear.
He's an exciting player, man. He is fun to watch. Cargo bunts here, that wouldn't be a shock to me. This is a swinging bunt that's going to work out as he's able to move the runner. You know, Cargo had bunted earlier, and they put the shift on. My thinking at the time was, you know, he's going to be able to move the runner if he gets a bunt down. That's the least of what would happen, and in all likelihood, if he gets the bunt down, he's going to be safe. Anyhow, runner at 3rd. Washington forced to bring the infield in. Story will try to drive in the Rockies' 10th run. Trevor fouls that pitch down the right field line, out of play. $15-hit attack for the Rockies. Last night they won 4-2 with just 6 hits. Two strikes. He's done a much better job, Story has, with 2 strikes, shortening up. 1-2.
Challenging with the fastball in. Mislocation, trying to overthrow it.
Two and two. Inside, 3-2 on Story. Does it not seem like every time Trevor's come to the plate today, it's been a 3-2 count ultimately?
He's been good. He's been taking those borderline strikes.
Yeah. He's been caught looking twice, but he also walked in the 4th on a 3-2 pitch and eventually scored. Toppy at 3rd, 1 out. And this ball high in the air down the right field line, but it's going to tail off and out of play.
That's a pitch that Trevor's going to want back. This one was mislocation, center cut. 2 strikes. You're hoping Trevor shortens up the swing, and we know he changes arm angles, but that was a mislocation.
And the 3-2 swung on and missed. Perez able to strike out Trevor. 2 outs. That'll bring up Ryan Hannigan. field will drop back. Hannigan produced an RBI hit in the 4th. Ground ball through the right side. Now, if you're a catcher and you can look up in the 9th inning, your team's up 4 runs, and you've helped navigate 4 pitchers through this Washington lineup, and you've also thrown out an RBI hit. As long as you get to shake hands, it's a real good day at the office. Primary responsibility is to handle that pitching staff, and Ryan will tell you that. Whatever offense you produce is a bonus.
It's true.
He takes immense pride in his defense. Pitch calling, his handling of pitchers, especially now, maybe more so than ever in his career, because when Hannigan's working, he's asked to caddy a group of young pitchers. He's had young ones before, Homer Bailey, he's with Cincinnati. But every guy he catches seemingly is a rookie or close to a rookie. Reference to John Gray. John will work to Tony Walters in game 2. This ball's driven to left center field with authority by Hannigan. It's over everybody's head, and it's off the base of the wall. How about a 2 RBI ball game for Hannigan? And the Rockies are in double figures. They're up 10-5. Have an afternoon, Ryan Hannigan.
Best day ever. Hannigan, he does not miss a pitch, center cut. Oliver Perez trying to get the strikeout. Try to keep this at a 4-run deficit. Now that you make it 5 runs, that's the perfect amount where a manager could take a little bit of a breath. Short swing. Thought off the bat he had a chance to knock it out.
Mark Reynolds swings through that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And by the way, if you're wondering, Greg Holland has not gotten up. Nobody's gotten up in the pen, so it looks like Mike Dunn is going to be asked to get the last 3 outs. Save Holland for the 2nd game. The Rockies have eclipsed the 10-run mark for the 17th time this year. There's only one team in baseball that has produced more 10-run games this year. Any guess, Billy?
Nationals?
The Washington Nationals, 18 times. In fact, the Nationals have 7 games this year with 19+ hits. A great game offensively for the Rockies. They've scored in 6 innings.
$16 hits, 10 runs on 16 hits, 8 for 17 with runners in scoring position. That'll make any manager happy. Makes me happy. Makes you happy.
Absolutely.
Makes Doug happy.
Doug's easy to please, but you know what? He's really happy now. 2-2. And called strike 3 on Reynolds. In the inning, Raimel Tapia with a leg double, and with 2 outs, Ryan Hannigan delivered him 10-5. 3 more outs coming for the Rockies. Riverside Nationals Park. And the Rockies enjoying the afternoon thus far. First of two today. The Rockies up 10-5, looking for 3 more outs with Mike Dunn on the hill. John Gray for Colorado this evening. And Edwin Jackson, who in 11 career starts against the Rockies has an unsightly ERA of 10.80. Got a big fastball, but he gets hit a lot. We're on the air with the pregame show at 4:30 Mountain Time, right here on AT&T Sportsnet, with Ryan Spilborghs and Mark Stout. Stout, you still have the eye black on? We got Mark scrambling for his microphone down there in the camera well. Brian Goodwin is 1 for 4. Mike Dunn had a 1-2-3 eighth inning, including a couple of strikeouts. And he's ahead 0-1 on Goodwin. Goodwin, Defoe, Harper.
Drew.
Yes, sir.
Of course I've got the eye black on.
Well, do not take it off between games.
I've gotten a look from a few people, and here's what I just go. I just say, para.
You listen.
You say para?
I just say para.
Oh yeah, like everybody knows.
You're a young middle-aged man, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I am, Drew, like you.
Yeah, just like me.
Yeah.
Spilly soon to be.
Yeah.
Right. Here's the deal.
I'm listening.
Don't worry about what other people think. On the ground and on through the right side, a base hit for Brian Goodwin. Just because people are going to wonder why the young middle-aged man has eye black on.
Well, if I do a post game with whoever, I mean, I will be hopefully here, and whoever I do it with, I hope they don't. I'm going to say, what eye black? I didn't even know I had it on.
When did that happen?
Right.
Right.
It's part of the plan.
Yeah. You're completely oblivious to it.
I try to win a World Series here, right?
Just tell me you had it on last night. You didn't notice,
Yeah.
and you didn't shower this morning.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to go there.
Yeah.
A little personal hygiene thing. Wilmer Defoe, a home run and a single. He's 2 for 4. Pitches for Mike. It's not so much the number of pitches. What's different for a reliever who typically is going to work an inning, maybe 2/3 of an inning, is when you go sit down and then get back up again, it's not part of your normal routine.
Well, and they don't have the feel of adrenaline that they get when they run onto the mound from the bullpen.
And pen guys, typically late inning guys like Mike Dunn, they're adrenaline junkies. Just in case, you saw Greg Holland now tossing. 2-1.
I'm sure the conversation with Greg Holland right now is, hey, light catch. Light catch. So we don't need you to get hot quite yet. This is what I mentioned earlier when you're Bud Black trying to figure out how you're going to use your pen to get these final outs. Are you willing to use your closer in game 1 and then not have him for game 2?
There's that. Just missed. 3-2. Just north of the strike zone. What's up? And Defoe a base hit. Depending on what happens here, you may be forced if your buddy to bring Holland in, and now the intensity probably for Holland will pick up. Harper's coming up, and then you have Zimmerman and Rendon behind him.
Well, now at this point, it's a Greg Holland matchup. You're going to make Dunn face Harper, and then it's Greg Holland time. Holland's getting hot.
Stretching a little bit more, using Darren Holmes. Harper 0 for 4, 2 flyouts, 2 strikeouts. A 5-run lead. This lineup so scary. And this is popped up to Nolan.
Well, this isn't quite enough time.
Now it's a decision time for Buddy. Zimmerman's hit 2 home runs today. Hey, keep going with Dunn. Got the quick out. Here's the deal. If you get Zimmerman to hit the ball on the ground, better than average chance that you turn it over on him.
It's just, for me, watching Greg Holland, you put him in limbo. And now as he's getting hot, if he gets hot, you have to count that as an outing.
Ball 1. Greg knows exactly how to warm up. I'm talking about a young guy who's a little unfamiliar with pitching the 9th inning. Well, I'm with you. Most guys, when they get their closer up and they get them really heated up, they're usually in the game.
I think Greg Holland's used to having a clean inning, coming in, nobody on base. He's going to come into a different scenario. Potentially bases loaded, maybe guys first and second, 2 outs.
That's a strike. And you don't have the luxury, once again, if you missed it earlier, you don't have the luxury of saying, all right, you can go to Jake McGee here. Jake got placed on the 10-day disabled list today, warming up yesterday, and this has been ongoing for a few days. He's dealt with a slight back strain. So he backed off. We talked to him in the clubhouse today. He does not think it's serious. He dealt with it one other time in spring training. Said a couple days down really helped him out immensely. But he's on the DL. And it's 3-1 on Zimmerman. Strike zone. Shrunk a little bit on that last delivery.
Mike Dunn is not sending Mike Winters any Christmas cards this year. Have to regroup.
Now it's full. One out in the 9th, 10-5 Colorado. 2 are on for Washington, and now the bases are loaded, and now Greg Holland's going to have to come in the ball game. good news. The bad news is with one out here in the bottom of the 9th inning, Washington has loaded the bases. A couple of hits and now a walk. And the Rockies are going to have to turn to Greg Holland. They were trying to avoid doing that. This will be his 40th appearance. He leads Major League Baseball with 32 saves. And he's trying to produce his 33rd. At the plate is Anthony Rendon. 21 home runs for Rendon. He's 1 for 4 in this ball game.
Not the ideal situation to bring in Greg Holland. Bases loaded, 1 out against one of the league's best hitters in Anthony Rendon.
You said it a moment ago. Most times that a closer comes in, well above 90% of the time, it's with a clean slate. Greg's coming out there, and everywhere he looks, there's base runners. Dunn had a clean 8th inning. Rendon takes ball 2.
Shadows creeping in.
And all of a sudden there's a postage stamp behind the plate.
If there's any advantage for Greg Holland, it's that it is a lot more difficult to pick up spin when you start having those shadows creeping in.
(2-0). And now it's 3-0.
This is the challenge of a doubleheader. This is why we pointed out the way you manage a game in a doubleheader is not how you typically manage a game if it's one game that day.
Borderline. It's called a strike, fortunately. And it was inside the Subaru strike zone. 3-1 on Rendon. Greg yesterday threw 1 fastball. Threw a bunch of curveballs. He even threw a splitter. (3-2). And that swing, Spilly, looked like a guy that was having trouble picking it up.
94 miles an hour up in the zone.
Howie Kendrick is on deck. (3-2) on Rendon. Base hit the other way. That'll score 1. And now the tying run's going to come to the plate in Kendrick.
All with the bases loaded at a 3-2 count. Greg Holland forced to use his fastball. Gets another pitch up. Rendon shortening up his swing. Knocks it into right field. When you're looking at that, you know Greg Holland's best pitch is a slider. Nobody's on, he's throwing slider right there.
Called ball 1. Adam Lynn has come out on deck. Ground ball. Can the Rockies turn it over? There's one on the first. In-time double play ends the game. What a throw by Story. They had a little more ketchup on that one. They're going to take a look at it. Doesn't hurt Dusty Baker's standpoint to look at it.
Well, it might be a conversation at second
out.
base. It might not be at first. It might be at second.
He's clearly out at first.
Conversation.
And Story stay on the bag at second.
And this is where I get upset. Is this neighborhood rule?
Because it was brought in for safety purposes for middle infielders, and all it's done is put them in harm's way.
It's too close to call for me. Now this is going to be a frustrating call if it goes against the Rockies. It just depends on if Dusty Baker pointed to check second or first.
It was based on that. His foot had come off the bag when he caught the baseball. I just go back, and I'm really surprised this offseason it didn't change to the modified neighborhood play, because you're putting middle infielders in harm's way, and the whole rule was intended to take them out of harm's way. Now that makes it look a lot closer. And again, he was called out at second. All it has to do is contact leather. And you know what? Now looking at it, you say it's hard to flip that one around.
Well, and I don't think it's fair to let Greg Holland stand out there for that much longer.
Supposedly you have 2 minutes to get it done.
It does not feel like 2 minutes.
It's got to be approaching that, if not exceeding that now. Ring him up.
This will be a fun handshake.
Leather. Close. Now is it definitive? Out. Ball game over.
Sweet.
Gotta love it. And the Rockies win it 10-6. 33rd save for Greg Holland. Kyle Freeland gets the win. He's 11-7. And Eric Fetty, in his major league debut, takes the loss. The Rockies have guaranteed themselves their first series road win since Chicago more than a month ago. And they have an opportunity to sweep the Nationals, the leaders in the National League East, coming up in a couple of hours. 4 hits for Charlie Blackmon today. Our Jimmy John's delivery of the game. The entire club offensively. After all, when you score 10 runs, there's a lot of guys partaking. 16 hits. Ryan Hannigan had a big day. Pat Vallejo off the bench had a double. Nolan did his thing. The Rockies get to shake hands, get a little supper, relax a little bit, and get ready to try to sweep the Nationals. The final in the afternoon affair, Colorado 10.